So, I popped into High House Insurance to see if they could quote for my house insurance rather than using the internet. High House got a great deal. So to celebrate, I bought a posh hairdo. It made me look beautiful, gorgeous enough to become a highly paid model. I then won Celebrity Big Brother. I had an affair with an MP. Now I'm promoting a doll of me that says, "Cool blimey, you're well fit."
Happy things happen when you talk face-to-face with High House Insurance. See if we can beat your home insurance quote from the internet. Find us on the High Street, Selsey, or call 606 552.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Manhood Internet Radio. I'm Tony Wiener, your host for this show. Well, the sun is smiling sweetly on us this bank holiday, but our reporters are not slacking in the sun. Oh no, and you won't be either, as Alison tells us what's on in the area.
Hello there and welcome once again to our weekly look at what's happening in Selsey. First of all, on Tuesday the 29th of August, it's the morning for Slimming World. This is going to be held at Selsey Town Hall on the High Street. You're very welcome to come along and find out how to optimise your food and lose weight at the same time, the healthy and easy way. They promise us that we can eat lots of lovely food such as pasta and potatoes and even roast dinners, still have our treats and yet get slimmer. That's quite a promise, isn't it? Today the meeting is at 9:30 in the morning. Becky has some more information on that. Her number 07856 304 225. I'll repeat Becky's number 07856 304 225. Our regular slot on Tuesday is for the mobile soft play for the under fives at the Selsey Centre on Manor Road. Sue and Tom have more information on that, 604 642. So that's mobile soft play from 10 o'clock in the morning until 11:30. There's an RSPB event today, Birds and Crafts, £3 per child or £2 if you're a member. Booking is advisable for this event, 641508. The Birds and Crafts event starts at 10:30 and finishes at 12:30. Also this morning there's a scavenger hunt, a summer activity at the bridge suitable for 8 years and above. You have to find all the items on the list to win a small prize. There are also indoor and outdoor games to play as well. Cost for that is £2, starts at 11 and finishes at 1. In the afternoon, kickboxing for kids at the Selsey Centre, 4:30 until 5:30, and then from 6 until 7 there's girls football at the Academy on School Lane. Don't forget the Burnett's Family Fun Fair, all this week. Rides on a Tuesday are £1. It opens at 6:30 and finishes at 10. Also in the evening, netball for all on Tuesday at the Academy Sports Hall, starting at 9 and finishing at 10:30. Body conditioning starts our Wednesday morning, an exercise class at the Selsey Centre, 9:15 until 10:15. There's also Seal Island Swimming Club at the Oasis Pool on West Sands. That's from 9:30 until 10:30. And the usual wood carving most of the day at the Scout Hut on School Lane. A small friendly group of wood carvers meeting every Wednesday at the Scout Hut. They help each other with their various carving activities. Do feel free to drop in and have a look at what they're getting up to. There's more information on that at the website www.selseywoodcarvers.co.uk. That starts at 10 and finishes at 4. Also on Wednesday, the Selsey Model Boat Club meet at the pond on East Beach, where they sail radio-controlled boats. New members are always welcome. Chris has some more information on that, 601 550. So the Selsey Model Boat Club begins at 10 and finishes at 12. Also in the morning, Fitter Sitters exercise class at the Selsey Centre. It's an exercise class for the less mobile. It's all done sitting down. So they sit down at 10:20 and get up again at 11:20. Summer activity at the bridge behind the library today. Sock puppet workshop. It's suitable for ages 8 and above. You can make a sock puppet before putting on a show with the others. Please do bring an old sock with you. We'd like it washed, please. The cost for that is £2. The activity starts at 11 and should be over by 1. There's also carpet bowls on Wednesday at Medbury Primary School from 7 until 8 in the evening. Moving on now to Thursday, the 31st of August, mobile soft play for the under fives again at the Selsey Centre Manor Road. That's from 10 until 11:30. And at the RSPB, it's Discovery Day. It's the day to find out who lives in their discovery area, where they might be pond dipping, bug hunting, or following trails before creating works of art to take home inspired by your experiences. Do drop in for that, £4 a child or £2 for members. That starts at 10:30 and finishes at 12:30. There's the gardening club on Thursday as well, starting at 11, finishing at 1. This is a summer activity for ages 8 and above, held at the bridge. Fun in the garden, planting, weeding and growing. Plus, you can take home your own planted potato to grow on yourself. The cost for that is £1. In the afternoon, it's the day for the Selsey Bridge Club at Cox's Road, the Selsey Club, a friendly group of mixed ability. Carol has some more information on that, 602250, starting at 2 and finishing at 5. Selsey Library is going to be open this evening from 5:45 until 7:15. Do come along to the library after hours to read, chat or just to listen to what's going on. There's also walking football. At the Academy, a gentle game of football to keep you in shape. Walking football for the over 50s. You're very welcome to go along there, starting at 6 and finishing at 7. There's also carpet bowls at Medmory Primary School on School Lane from 7 until 8, and adult basketball also 7 till 8 at the Academy Sports Hall. It's September already, Friday the 1st of September. Get off to a good start at the Seal Island Swimming Club from 9:30 until 10:30, meeting at the Oasis Pool on Bun Leisure. And it's also the Friday morning Steady and Strong class for those people who'd like to improve their strength and balance. The class focuses on improving strength, posture, balance and confidence. £4 pay as you go. Heidi Dunster has the information. 0782 692 4923. I'll repeat her mobile number, 0782 692 4923. That's 11:30 until 12:30. Heidi Dunster, Steady and Strong. In the afternoon, the Beginners Bridge meet at the Selsey Club on Cox's Road. That's from 2 until 4. And it's also the day for the Derby and Joan at St Peter's Church Hall. Bingo, raffles, cup of tea and, of course, a chat. You can go to that on the Venture Bus if you're a member. Jill Evenden has some more information, 604187. That's from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. In the evening on Friday, the Selsey Specials Friday football at the Academy School Lane. That's from 6 until 7. And we have a special event with the Selsey Folk and Music Club, an evening with Phil Beer. This is being held at the Selsey Centre. You can buy tickets in advance from the Town Council, 605803, or online at www.ticketsource.co.uk/event/EJHDME. I'll repeat that one, EJHDME. That's for tickets online. There's also a play at the Pavilion in the High Street. A Harold Pinter offering, The Dumb Waiter. Doors open at 7. Performance starts at 7:30. Should be finished by 8:30. Tickets are £1 from High House Insurance, 121 High Street, Selsey, or again online. This time www.ticketsource.co.uk/Icebreaking Productions. And also on Friday, the Horticultural Society have their monthly meeting at the Selsey Centre between 7:30 and 8:30. Saturday, the 2nd of September, we start with Selsey Striders. This is a class suitable for all. They meet at Hillfield Road Car Park from 8:30 until 9:30. And here's a special, a 5k prom run, starting at the Oval Field between 9 and 10. The Selsey Cancer Relief Fund are having an odds and bobs sale at the Methodist Church Hall on Saturday between 10 and 11. And it's also a repeat performance of the Pinter play, The Dumb Waiter, at the Pavilion. One performance in the afternoon, 2:30 till 3:30, and another in the evening, 7:30 until 8:30. Tickets again, £10 from High House Insurance or online, www.ticketsource.co.uk/Icebreaking Productions. On Saturday also, the Fish and Chip Charity Race Night at St Peter's Church Hall. Cod, chips and mushy peas. The first race will start at 7:30. The cost for that is £8. Sally has the tickets, 604 104. Opening at 7 o'clock, racing starts at 7:30. Sunday the 3rd of September, Selsey Power Rangers meet at Hillfield Road Car Park between 9 and 10, and it's also the morning for carpet bowls at Medbury Primary School between 9:30 and 10:30. Don't forget they do have a second session on a Sunday between 3 and 4. Selsey Model Boat Club will be meeting, of course, at East Beach, sailing radio-controlled boats. And this Sunday will be race day because it's the first in the month. New members are always welcome. You need to contact Chris on 801 550. So that's from 10 until 12 on the pond at East Beach. The volunteer fair is being held this year at the Selsey Centre, 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, short talks, workshops and free ice cream for the first 50 volunteers. So that's Sunday, the volunteer fair. Moving on now to Monday, Dance and Tone at the Selsey Centre starts our day at 9:30 till 10:30, keeping fit to great music. Later on, there's Pilates between 10:45 and 11:45. Again, this one's at the Selsey Centre, a very friendly class. Selsey Basketball in the early evening at the Academy Sports Hall, 5 o'clock for ages 7 to 11 and 6 o'clock ages 12 plus. It's also the day for the other session of Slimming World. They promise us that we can eat pretty much what we like and still get slimmer. So if you go along, they'll explain how that's done. Monday session, 5:30 and another one at 7:30. That's at the Town Hall. Becky has some more information, 07856 304 225. Once you've done that, you can always move on to Netball for All, 6 until 7 at the Academy Sports Hall in School Lane. Also the day for the Selsey Striders at Hillfield Road Car Park. Now this one is suitable for all those who can run 3 miles. They start at 6:30 and finish at 7:30. The Selsey Camera Club will be back in action after their summer break, meeting at St Wilfrid's Church Hall between 7:30 and 8:30. Tuesday the 5th of September, something new, an art class. This only meets in the term time, of course, so this is the first session and beginners are very welcome. £15 a session for a drop-in cost, or if you pay for the full term or half a term, you can get it at £12.50. So go along and see what you think. The Selsey Centre. You can dial 603 836 for some more information. That group starts at 9:30 and finishes at 12:30. Don't forget there's Slimming World again at Selsey Town Hall. This is the Tuesday session at 9:30 in the morning. How to optimise your food intake, lose weight, the healthy and easy way. Becky has some more information, 07856 304 225. That's between 9:30 and 10:30. Also on Tuesday, mobile soft play for the under 5s at the Selsey Centre on Manor Road. Sue or Tom have more information on that one, 604 642. That's between 10 and 11:30. It's the day for the Writers' Circle. They meet first Tuesday of every month at the Methodist Church Hall. If you're already writing, or even if you're a complete beginner, you'll be given a very warm welcome by this friendly group of mostly ladies, but a few gents as well. Membership for the Writing Circle, £12 a year and £2 per session. Tea and coffee are included. Pat Reed has some more information on the Writers' Circle, 601 550. That's between 2 and 4:30 in the afternoon. Then at 4:30 there's kickboxing for kids at the Selsey Centre, 4:30 until 5:30. Girls football at the Academy School Lane between 6 and 7. And netball for all at the Academy Sports Hall between 7 and 8:30. So that's our roundup for the week. Just time now to tell you about the tides for the week. Tuesday the 29th of August we can expect a low tide at 5 to 11 in the morning and a high tide at 5:30 in the afternoon. That will change throughout the week, of course, finishing on Tuesday the 5th of September with a high tide at 20 to 12 and a low tide at 5:30 in the evening. Look forward to speaking to you again next week with more happenings in Selsey. Bye for now.
Thank you, Alison. No, I cannot believe what I see as Keith is talking to a remarkable young lass in the studio.
Right, with me now, I've got the head of the West Street News Agency, and her name's Mia, and she's 9 years old. Good morning, Mia.
Good morning.
Now, tell us a little bit about the West Street News Agency. I believe it's a blog that you do.
Yeah, I had help from my mum because she helped me think of ideas and like who to interview and what information I needed for it.
So you get to interview some quite interesting people from what I hear.
Yeah, I've had one from Sue, who's a RNLI fundraiser. Ashley, who's a part of the Coast Guard.
That's Ashley Pledger.
Yeah, Ashley Pledger. And I've just done Aero Fitness Kickboxing. Lee Scott Smith, I think.
So you're getting about a bit. You'll be putting us out of business before long. Now, whose idea was this? Was it an idea that you had?
I had the idea, and I spoke to some people, and then it ended up like real, sort of.
And either you are extremely good with the English language, or I believe you might get a little bit of help from Mum when it comes to doing it. You do that on your own?
I write it, and then Mum helps me out, and she basically checks it and makes sure it's good.
Well, I have to say I'm very impressed, because the English language suffers at the hands of the young in my book, with texting and shortening words and stuff like that, and it's good to see that a person of your age can actually write the English language and put it together properly, so congratulations on that. Now, what have you got lined up for the future? Have you got any interviews lined up now?
I might interview one of you two, and then I'm gonna try and interview the man who's helping with the regeneration of the Selsey Cinema.
Now will that be Neil Kimber, or that'll be Neil, will it?
Neil.
From My House Insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil is doing a great job down there at the pavilion, and it'll be a great service to Selsey once it's complete. And let's hope it's complete before you get to my age. How long have you been doing it, Mia?
I don't know how long I've been doing it, but I think I started it about roughly 6 weeks ago.
Okay, so you've been busy in 6 weeks then?
Yeah.
And so, what plans have you got for the future, Mia?
Well, I'd quite like to do something to do with writing and sharing it with other people, like a journalist or something, but I'm also setting up a YouTube channel of all the videos from the events that I've been to.
Well, we certainly will look forward to that. Some very good friends of mine are very good journalists, and they live what most of us would see as a fairly exciting life, but they probably see it as just everyday stuff. But it's good to know the news before most other people. So yeah, it's good. And television, of course, you could well get on television, I should think.
Yeah.
And you're just 9 years old.
Yeah, I'm going to be 10 next week.
10 next week?
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday for next week from Manhood Internet Radio. Now, will you come back in the future and let us know what you're doing and how you're getting on with this?
Probably, yeah.
Probably? Well, that's very non-committal. That's like a politician, that's very non-committal. But it's nice to have spoken to you and to hear a little bit about what you do, and if you've got anything else to tell us that you're keeping secret, some people that you're going to interview that we can get there first, or something, anything along those lines. If people want to read your blog, where do they find it?
Probably either the blog page, Facebook, and I think that's about it, because I think I publish it and then my mum helps me with spreading it.
Okay, so if they want to have a look at it, they can go onto Facebook, and they can, if they type in West Street News, then they'll find it, will they?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Well, I'm sure people will be having a look at it now, just to see if I'm telling the truth about how clever you are. But, and we hope to see you again in the not too distant future. And thanks very much for coming in.
It's okay.
And if you'd like to have a look at Mia's blog, you can do that by going on to weststreetnewsagency.blogspot.co.uk, and you can subscribe by email if you go on there, so you can keep up to date with what Mia's doing, and also you can catch up on the blogs that she's already done. And I have a sneaky suspicion that we may see a lot more of young Mia in the future.
Wow, what an impressive young girl. A name to remember, Mia from the West Street News Agency. She will go far, and methinks we have real competition here. So what we need now is some lovely food, so hopefully Keith has dashed back to his kitchen to give us 2 tasty recipes.
And this week's recipe is roasted cod with Parma ham and peppers. And this is served 4 people. This is what we need. 1 red pepper de-seeded and cut into 3 centimetre chunks. 1 yellow pepper de-seeded and cut into 3 centimetre chunks. 2 medium courgettes trimmed and cut into 2 centimetre slices. 1 medium red onion cut into thin wedges. 1 teaspoonful of olive oil. 4 150 grams thick skinless cod fillets. 4 slices of Parma ham or any thinly sliced prosciutto. 10 grams of dry white breadcrumbs, 10 grams of Parmesan cheese finely grated, 2 tablespoonfuls of finely chopped parsley, 2 to 3 teaspoonfuls of good quality balsamic vinegar, some flake sea salt and some freshly ground black pepper. And this is what we do. Preheat the oven to 220 degrees centigrade, that's gas mark 7. Put the peppers, courgettes and onion in a large baking tray and drizzle them with the oil. Season with a little salt and plenty of ground black pepper and toss everything together until the vegetables are lightly coated with oil. Now, roast for 20 minutes or until they're softened and lightly charred. Pat the fish dry on the kitchen paper and check for any bones, and make sure you remove any that you see with a pair of tweezers. Season the fish with freshly ground black pepper and wrap each fillet loosely with a slice of ham. Take the baking tray out of the oven and make gaps in the layer of vegetables to make space for the pieces of fish. Place the fish on the tray, mix the breadcrumbs with the cheese and parsley and scatter over the fish and vegetables. Now, put the tray back into the oven for another 12 to 15 minutes or until the fish is cooked and the ham is crisped and the breadcrumbs are lightly browned. And serve hot, drizzled with a little balsamic vinegar. Now, how tasty is that? And only 224 calories per portion. So you can eat loads if you want. Now, if you're fresh back from your holidays and you're lucky enough to have been to Tuscany, you may well have come across this next dish because it's Tuscan bean stew. Now, I know you might think using a stew at this time of year is a bit strange. Well, you wouldn't have thought so if you'd been eating it out in Italy, and it's been much warmer out there than it has here. This will serve 4 people, and this is what we need. 1 large fennel bulb, 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil, 1 red onion cut into small wedges, 2 to 4 garlic cloves sliced, 1 fresh green chilli de-seeded and chopped, 1 small aubergine, about 225 grams, cut into chunks, 2 tablespoonfuls of tomato puree, 450 to 600 ml of vegetable stock, 450 grams of ripe tomatoes, 1 tablespoonful of balsamic vinegar, a few fresh oregano sprigs, 400 grams of canned borlotti beans and 400 grams of canned flageolet beans, 1 yellow pepper de-seeded and cut into small strips, 1 courgette sliced into half moons, 55 grams of stoned black olives, and 25 grams of fresh Parmesan cheese shavings, and some salt and pepper, and of course crusty bread to serve. And this is what we do. Trim the fennel and reserve any feathery fronds, then cut the bulb into small strips. Heat the oil in a large heavy base saucepan with a tight fitting lid, and cook the onion, garlic, chilli and fennel strips, stirring frequently for 5 to 8 minutes or until they're softened. Add the aubergine and cook, stirring frequently for 5 minutes. Then blend the tomato puree with a little of the stock in the jug and pour over the fennel mixture. Then add the remaining stock, the tomatoes, the vinegar and the oregano. Bring that to the boil, then reduce the heat and cover and simmer for 15 minutes or until the tomatoes have begun to collapse. Drain and rinse the beans, then drain again. Add them to the pan with the yellow pepper, the courgette and the olives. Simmer for a further 15 minutes or until all the vegetables are tender. Taste and adjust the seasoning. Scatter with the Parmesan cheese shavings and serve garnished with reserved fennel fronds and accompanied by some of that wonderful crusty bread. Now, you wouldn't mind eating that in Italy, so give it a go in England. Bye for now.
Thank you, Keith. Tasty treats for you there. And to complement the meals, we need a lovely cup of tea. So let's go back to Keith to find out how to make a really nice cuppa.
Right, my next guest is a chap called Steve Lawrence. And Steve is a tea blender, a local tea blender, I hasten to add. Now, Steve, tell us a bit about this, because teas are very much becoming the in thing, different teas. My wife drinks all manner of different teas. Some that, I mean, a cup of tea to me is PG Tips. I doubt that that's the same for you.
Well, we do actually do normal black teas and things, but generally as a base for other things. You know, we mix herbs, etc., to make a tea, or we do teas that are just herbal alone, because, as you say, so many people now are getting into tea in a big way. Coffee, it's all right, it's just coloured mud as far as I'm concerned. But nowadays, because there are so many different flavours that you can create with tea, you know, florals and all the rest of it, you can do spicy. Some people even make tea and put chocolate in, which I think is going a little bit too far, but each to his own, as they say.
Yeah, each to his own. As I say, I'm not a tremendous tea drinker, and I've tried one or two of these fancy flavoured ones. One or two of them are okay, but I'm not very adventurous when it comes to drinks. And as I say, tea for me is ordinary tea.
Yeah.
No herbs and spices or whatever. But it is catching on, or has caught on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the ones that I do that are the most successful, the ones that I've created for certain conditions. Like, Facebook, over 199 people in the space of about 10 hours for my feminine balance tea, which is for women, obviously, from puberty right the way through to old age. So for everything that happens in a woman's life, the herbs that are in this tea enable them to go through life easier. And saves them throwing knives at us and things like that.
I was going to say, does it make him better tempered? Because
I don't know.
If it does, I'd like to get in on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably need to hit them with the teapot or something first. But no, it's definitely helps, and we do a detox and weight loss, which again, is most of the customers are ladies. But we do teas for all sorts of things, and I even do them for almost like a commission, if you like. Somebody gets in touch and says, I've got really bad psoriasis, can you help me? And I made a herbal tea up, and I also made her a salve. We're using the same herbs, and she got back to me the next day and said that already her skin feels more, softer and less inflamed. So
she's been bathing in it?
I think she must have been, yeah. I think she must have been.
It's the wrong use of the word tea, because basically it's an infusion.
Yeah, it's a tisane.
Tea is tea.
Yeah, that's right.
In little bags or whichever form, whether you use a tea strainer or brewer. But, tea is tea. It's an infusion. And
that's right.
Where it's always sort of, I don't know, it just sticks in me head a little bit. Don't keep calling it tea, it's not tea. But you disagree, of course.
I call them teas, but I also say that they're tisanes and infusions. But a lot of them, as I say, the base is actually tea. It might be black tea, it could be green tea, and we're doing white teas now, which are the purest form of tea that you can buy, and mixing those in. One of my new ones is for black tea. It's a strong tea, what I call a workman's tea. you can stand your spoon up in it.
I know one particular local workman that would agree with you.
Well, we call it Builder's Bum Blend, just to give it just to get the attention of everybody.
Maybe that's
but it's a very, very good strong tea. So people who work outdoors and everything, builders and gardeners and everyone else, like a good strong tea to keep them going during the day.
Yes, I don't quite know the benefits of having strong tea, other than the taste, of course. And I'm the same with coffee. One of those mud drinkers, as you call us. I like coffee good and strong.
Yeah.
And I don't like instant particularly, but that to me is not coffee either.
We're getting in a day and age of ceremony and things where people like the pleasure of opening a jar of loose herbs, etc., and putting them into a see-through teapot or whatever, or an infuser, and watching the water darken up, or in the case of hibiscus, turn into the colour of red wine, which is quite lovely. Hibiscus and mint, it's a beautiful blend. It's good, and it's a very healthy one.
Red wine, I could probably become tempted.
Yeah, and we put honey. I always say to people, if they're not sweet enough for you, put a bit of honey in, or even stevia, which is the natural alternative to sugar. You can put that in the tea quite happily. Some you can put water in, milk in. You can put in whatever you like. Really, it's entirely up to you.
Now, this has not always been your line, Steve. So what made you go into tea blending?
Well, I've been into health and well-being for a lot of years, and I've done different things in the past that have helped people. I've done herbal remedies for a while, and as I say, I make salves and that sort of thing. But I just thought teas were, everybody likes a good cup of tea, and it's a quick way of getting the beneficial effects of the herbs into your bloodstream. So you can drink the tea, and it helps. I think in life you ought to do at least one thing that helps one person. And for me, it's not about making money, because there's no real profits in it. It's the fact that people can come back and say, I love your tea, my whatever's gone down, or whatever it might be, I feel so much healthier. To a certain extent, there's probably a placebo effect, but we do know from thousands of years of using herbs that herbs actually do work.
That's right. I mean, it's not something new to the market, is it? Herbs?
No, exactly.
They've been around a little while.
You're not supposed to apparently say, will definitely help with so-and-so, because there's no money invested in herbs. The chemical companies, the big drug companies want to keep keep that to one side, though they are starting to use herbs and things in their medications now. But
initially, all medicines came from herbs.
Well, exactly. And of course, aspirin is from a plant, and more things are coming from plants.
Yes.
Now, and making life a lot easier, because you don't get the side effects with tea.
Now, I believe you've actually brought out a Chichester tea.
I have, yes, and we've got a Selzy one as well. We started with a Selzy tea, which is actually made with bladderwrack seaweed. It's a good strong tea. We don't get it off the shore of Selzy. It comes from the Isle of Bute, where there's no shipping lanes and all that sort of thing. So it's a cleaner tea.
But
the Chichester tea is, I think it's a beautiful city. I've lived here 20 years. I love Chichester. And I wanted to make a tea. There isn't a tea in Chichester. There is a Chichester tea. And I thought, why not create a blend that will, people that can take away as a present for their friends, or drink in tea rooms, etc. So hopefully it will take off.
Quite a few tea rooms about. There's been one or two in Selzy over the past few years. Your tea company is called Heron Cottage Artisan Teas.
Yeah, that's right.
And if people want to contact you, or if they want to purchase some of these teas, and I'm just reading my homework in front of me here, that tells me they're made out of all sorts of stuff: rose petals, elderflower, golden mulberries, Italian lemon peel.
Oh yes, only the best.
All manner of stuff. So if people want to purchase any of your teas, or they want to contact you and ask you to brew up a special one for them, how do they do that? How do they go about it?
Well, we've got a Facebook page, which is the same name, Heron Cottage Artisan Teas, and I've also got a couple of online shops with Etsy and Folksy, and you can buy all of my teas on there. Or if they just go onto the Facebook page, they say, if they're in Selzy, I'm happily drop them round, to their house free of charge.
There you go. Get your tea delivered free of charge. How bad's that? and made personally for you. Even.
It is, yes, all made fresh to order.
We can't grumble at that. There's very few things that we can say that about nowadays. Well, thanks for coming in, Steve, and just giving us a little insight into your tea business and your tea blending. And of course, we wish you well with it.
Well, thank you, yes.
And I'm sure we're going to see you about for a little while longer with these teas.
Oh, yes,
I can
yes.
see you catching on.
I am in the village, and I'd have a stall outside of Manhood every once in a while, so people come and rebuy and stock up and everything. So everyone will see my ugly face somewhere around.
And if you've got a builder that's coming around, and I can think of a particular local tiler that loves a good strong cup of tea, this is a place to get it. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
Steve.
Cheers.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now then, we've let you off for a while, but no longer. Here is Kevin's latest brain teaser, read by Keith.
Right, here we go with Kevin's Connections quiz. Now, unfortunately, Kevin did come in and record the quizzes, but due to a technical issue, we've had to re-record them, so I hope that doesn't impair your enjoyment. And we'll start with this one. Which actor played Bootsy in the early 1960s ITV sitcom Bootsy and Snudge? Number 2. Which actor played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the first Star Wars film in 1977? Can you believe that? 1977. Which British long-distance runner, born in Durham in 1948, founded the Great North Run? Which England captain described the Rugby Union Committee as 57 old farts in 1995? That will, of course, have won him some friends. And number 5, which venomous snake rears up and forms a hood when threatened? And all you got to do is find out what links the answers. Well, good luck with that, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, Kevin. I think we all need a Heron Cottage artisan tea after that. But that's me done for another week, so it just remains for me to thank all our contributors, including Local Life magazine, our sound editor John Mullett, our presenters Alison, Kevin and Keith, not forgetting, of course, our producer John Fletcher. So it's goodbye from me, Tony Wiener. Until next time, bye.